start to the 2022 season. The Jets have week 2 against the Cleveland Browns. I got 5 bold predictions for this game. Check it out. And well, welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I am Watsu-K99. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoy what you're watching, please take the time to hit the like button, share it with a friend, and please subscribe to the channel. It would help out a lot. I love making this video for you, and I appreciate all your support. So, this week it's week 2, Jets versus Browns in Cleveland, Ohio at the Big Mistake by the Lake. A lot of people are thinking that the Browns are going to win. There are some people who are thinking, well, if things go right, this is a game that the Jets could prevail in. So I got a couple of bold predictions. We've looked at the stats, we've looked at the tendencies, and I got a couple predictions for you right now. So let's get after it. Prediction number 1, Garrett Wilson catches his first career touchdown. And not only that, I'm going to predict 3 catches for 35 yards, but one of those 3 catches will be a touchdown. Denzel Ward is a pretty fantastic cornerback. I don't think that the Browns are going to use him on Garrett Wilson. I think their focus is going to be to take away Elijah Moore. And then that will leave Corey Davis and Garrett Wilson to operate against Martin Emerson, the rookie, and Greg Newsome, who's an okay second-year cornerback. But I think this is the type of game where the Jets' depth at wide receiver can really prove to be useful. We saw some glimpses from Garrett Wilson last week. After only getting 6 plays in the first half, he was used a lot more in the second half. I think he's going to get a whole lot of time in this game, and I think he's going to score that first touchdown. That's prediction number 1. Number 2, we're going to see a little bit of ingenuity from the New York Jets. You know, Mike LaFleur, he used a lot of trick plays. He used some creativity when the Jets had talent that, well, let's be honest, was not exactly up to par of a typical NFL offense at many points last year. And I don't think we're going to see... Last week, they scripted, what, their first 15 plays, mostly with a 3 tight end formation. That did not exactly prove to be fruitful. I think we're going to see a little bit of creativity I'm going to say it's going to happen by the second drive of the game. It might be a flea flicker. It might be a reverse. One of those types of plays, but I think we're going to see some creativity from Mike LaFleur himself. Number 3. All right, so this one's going to be a little bit less positive. I'm very worried about our 2 offensive tackles, George Fant and Max Mitchell, going against the Cleveland defensive ends in Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. I think these are just very challenging. As excited as I am about Max Mitchell and what he could be, Clowney, it's probably going to be Clowney against Mitchell, and Clowney's got a whole lot of explosiveness and raw power. I don't know if Mitchell's going to quite be ready for that. And George Fant, good as a pass protector as he was last year, you know, he had a putrid first game. There's no way around it. He was letting Justin Houston, who's like 33, 34 years old, beat him. Now you're going against Myles Garrett, who had 16 sacks last year, 6 pressures last week, and 2 sacks that were registered. Myles Garrett is a game wrecker. I am worried about this game. My prediction is the Jets will be called for 3 holding penalties on offense. That's just on the offensive line. Last week, they only had 3 penalties, period, for the whole game that were called. I'm calling 3 holding penalties on the offensive line. Number 4, I'm going to predict 5 sacks by the Cleveland Browns. Last week, I predicted the Ravens would sack Joe Flacco 4 times. They got to him 3 times. I think that between Garrett and Clowney, and maybe throw in one maybe garbage time sack from coverage, I just don't know if the Jets' offensive line is going to be able to hold up against that defensive front. Also, with C.J. Uzomah out of this game, that's one less piece you have to help out, because our running backs are not adept at pass blocking. C.J. Uzomah, I thought, could help with the blocking. He will not be in this game due to a hamstring injury. So I think one of the biggest concerns I have this game is the ability for the Jets' offensive line to pass protect. That's number 4. Number 5, I'm going to say the Cleveland Browns get 205 rushing yards on 34 rushing attempts. Last year, they averaged over 5 yards per carry between Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, Chunt as they call them. It is probably the best 1-2 rushing attack in the league. Now I know the Jets did a great job of stopping the running game last week against Baltimore. I understand that, but when you're going against Wyatt Teller at right guard, who is an absolute machine, he's going to be going against who? Solomon Thomas, Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackles who are not fantastic, and what they are good at is not stopping the run. They're designed to be pass rushers. I'm worried that Wyatt Teller is going to create some holes on the right side, and that's going to propel the Cleveland running game. Left guard, Joel Petonio, also a very good run-blocking guard. It'll be interesting to see him against Quinnen Williams. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to watch. Well, when Quinnen Williams is actually in the game, because we all know the way this defense works, the Jets are not going to play any defensive lineman more than 50 or 55% of the game. As far as a score goes in this game, I know Jacoby Brissett is not a great quarterback. I just need to see more from this Jets team. It's hard for me to... I'm worried about putting my faith in them until they actually show me. I will never doubt their effort. They are playing hard. They played hard, I felt, week 1 for Robert Saleh, but their execution was completely lacking. Drops, turnovers, missed kicks, missed blocks, things like that. That is what will lose you a game. If all talent is equal, and even if coaching is equal, your execution makes all the difference in the world. So let's see what. As far as a finish this game, I'm going to call the game Browns 24. I'm going to say Jets 17. That's gonna be my call. The Jets will keep it competitive, but. Yeah, if these two teams played 10 times, I'd say the Jets might win 3-4 games at the most. I just don't think that this is their game. I hope I'm wrong. Hey, I would rather be happy and wrong than right and sad. That's the bottom line. All right, well, I'll be back here with some more content from you know where, the Wicker Chair.